Slay the Princess というこちらのデモをね、ちょっとプレイしていきたいと思います。お姫様を倒さなきゃいけないんですけどね。さて、どんなゲームでしょうか。Chapter 1 The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay. お姫様が地下室にいるわけ
You're
ね。
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
プリンセスを殺さないと世界が滅んでしまうと。The end of the world. What are you talking about? なんで世界が終わっちゃうの
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay. So everybody's gonna die. みんな死んじゃうと。If you don't tell me why she is dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. なんで彼女は危ないのか教えて。
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
別に危険なわけじゃないんだ。ただプリンセス、お姫様っていうだけなんだけど、でも彼女が出たら世界が滅ぶ。Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Okay. ここまで来たんだからね。そのためにいるわけでしょ。Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? 閉じ込められてるからそんなことをするんじゃないの？いやー、それは。Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? お姫様殺しってあんまり聞こえよくないよね。
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Why can't you slay dragon or something? What happens if she gets out then? I want specifics. もし彼女が地下から出たらどうなる
The
の
more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Okay. But I don't know why she's guilty. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. とりあえず、直接会って話さないとと。で、悪者だって分かったら殺しましょうと。
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
どうやら口が立つみたいですけどね。で、彼女の嘘に絡まれてしまうと。
Then each and every one of us is
で、
doomed.
みんな多分死んじゃうってことね。
So sure, go talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yeah, that's how it goes usually.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
本来だったらお姫様を救出するんでしょうけれども、今回はお姫様を殺しに行くわけね。Proceed into cabin. キャビンに進む。
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
ここにこの光る刀というか探検みたいのがあるんですけれども、これしかないシンプルなキャビンなのね。
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's take the blade. Let's take the blade. じゃあこれ持ってきましょう。
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay, let's go to the basement. じゃあ地下に行きますよ。探検持ってますね。
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
なんかすごい居心地悪いところのお姫様いるみたいですけどね。誰？
It's commanding, almost as though she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I mean, I trust you, but we don't know anything about the woman. まあ、ナレーターの人は気をつけてって言ってるんですけどね。Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
ここにあまり来る人いなかったみたいね。
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
お姫様は繋がってますよ、こうやって。
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I don't know. But she looked very innocent.
Focus on the task at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, no, yes, no. I don't know. わかんないけど殺さなきゃいけないらしいから。What? No way! Why would you even think that? そんなわけないじゃん。
Maybe because of the giant knife you're holding?
Oh.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop
Yes,
it.
that's right. Or, I don't know, you should have kept it in your pocket or something.
Don't you dare.
Don't you dare.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
どうしようか。探検をそのままにするか、しっかりと握るかってことよね。I don't think I want to drop it though. Tighten your grip. しっかりと握りましょ
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Okay, so I have to go a step forward, maybe. いやー、確かに剣短いからね、前に進まないとね。
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End
躊
this.
躇したらいけないと。Okay, let's explore. I'm sorry, can we just talk?
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far.
Yes, I know, but I don't know. You just told
No,
me.
this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh? Threatened now, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife. And of course we can talk.
No, I want to keep the knife with me. いやいやいやいや、手放さない手放さない。No, I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
持ってる状態だと話してくれないみたいね。Let's drop the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
I dropped it.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Are you sure?
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
今無防備ですよ。近づきました。
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. I hope so.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need
Okay.
it.
Make sure I'll keep it close.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship.
そうね。ごめんね。ちょっとぎこちない始まりだったけれども。Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
Not to make things even more awkward, but do you know why you're here to kill me?
I don't really know. なんでかって、do you know why I'm here to kill you? むしろ知ってるの。
She was just threatening us a second ago. Am I the only one here unnerved by that perfect little laugh?
怪しいね。
Take that as a sign that you're finally coming around to reason.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here.
I don't know either.
I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
Oh, maybe you know. You're just keeping it secret, pretending you're innocent. I'm here because you're going to end the world. なんか世界を滅ぼすって聞いたからね。
Don't just tell her.
I'm sorry, I'm just like honest for no reason and dumbest way possible.
Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
Look at this look.
Did they even bother to tell you how I'm supposed to end the world? Because that just doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd be capable of.
Maybe, you never know. You might transform into something else. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
What if they're bad reasons, then? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave.
But why are you trapped here, anyways?
Look, at the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
そうね。
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
No, they didn't. ここに結局送られてきたんだけど、その理由が分かってないね。
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
I mean, yes, that's being fair. You are being reasonable. But I don't know if I can trust you.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or any other number of good things that I'm sure you want to hear.
The good things.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
That's right. I don't know if I can trust what she's saying at all. 怪しすぎるよね。
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
No, I don't trust you.
So, do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Look at this gigantic chin. Princess never wears this.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
まあ結局さ、この姫を倒しに来たんだけど、理由は分かってないんですよね。Let's start with a small conversation. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Wow, okay.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
名前教えてくれないね。How long have you been down here? どれくらいここにいるの？
Too long.
Too long. ここに長く囚われてる割には小綺麗よね。How would I get you out here?
You can't. Don't bother.
Sorry.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here. And if there isn't...
What key?
Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
鍵って言うんだけどね。その代わりにナイフあるよ。
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. Right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough. もう十分話したから。
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
ここで Slay the Princess お姫さんをやることもできるんだけど出すこともできるよね。それかここに閉じ込める少しだけでお互いのことを知り合う。Okay, let's pick the longest one. I'm going to keep you locked away down here at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
That sounds a little bit
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
いやー決断しなきゃいけないみたいね。Let's slay the princess!
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
こうやられたのをこうエルボーでこう来たのか。
We shouldn't have hesitated.
I didn't!
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat, with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity.
I told you I couldn't trust her.
You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
We're doomed.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it?
It is. We're screwed.
I'm afraid it is.
Yes, it is. We are screwed.
Everything goes black, and you die.
Oh no. Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So is this chapter 2 or I'm repeating? Looks like I'm repeating, but I'm not. 今、チャプター2って始まったんですけど、これ多分ね、ループしてないんですよ。変えることもできるみたい。できるのかな？ Let's turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I don't even know why I'm here in the first place. なんでここにいるのかもわからないのに、なんで行くの？You know what? I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever.
もう世界なんか終わってもいいよって。
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Well, if I'm allowed to.
That's
あ
strange.
れ？
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
You tricked me, huh? Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
But I died once. もうどうにかして逃げようと思うんだけれども、それだともう世界が終わっちゃうよって言ってるんだけどRemarkably selfish. But I died once. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess.
I know it doesn't mean literally everyone.
And last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Are you done talking? Why don't we just go inside already? Sorry for wasting your time. I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Fine.
There's always a choice.
No.
But let me tell you right now that you're making the correct decision for
Just
pretty much
drag me
everyone.
there. どうにかして逃げようと思ったんだけども無理だってことが分かったので行きたいと思います。
I have one last warning for you.
Wow, it looks very different. 警告があるみたいです。
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. It's not her lies that'll stop us. I must admit, I'm a little worried about going back in there. I don't want to be as much of a downer as my new roommate, but we were definitely outclassed last time. She seems more demon than princess. Tell them they don't know what they're talking about. She's just a princess. Don't get all in your head about it.
Would you like to explain this massive wall like Attack on Titan level wall? ではキャビンの中に入りましょう。
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Okay, it looks a little bit different, and she sounds a little bit different. That's
Somehow
interesting.
even fiercer than it was before.
やっぱちょっと前回と変わってるみたいで、声の質とか変わってますよね。
Of course it is.
Don't let it intimidate you.
Maybe she actually does look different.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Is it just me, or is she bigger than last time? It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Yeah, she's definitely taller.
I told you. It's pointless.
I was wondering when I might have company. Free me from my bindings, and maybe I'll let you live for a while.
For a while. No! That's the end of demo. エンディングは全部で7個あるみたいですね。7つあるみたいなんですけれども、まあよかったらその7つ見つけてねっていうことなんですが、まあ漫画チックなテイストなんだけど、よくできてると思うし、その声優さんが逐一こうセリフ読んでくれるってなかなかないので、なんか90年代の漫画っぽいけど気になりましたね、単純に。ただデモはちょっとこれで終わりにしようかなと思います。